So, your job or occupation is a lighthouse. And you're its keeper, this funny guy here. And as a lighthouse serves ships in the sea so they don't crash on rocks, your job serves various stakeholders, like clients, shareholders, colleagues, communities. Did I forget someone? Did I say clients? Yes, I did. And as a lighthouse is composed of bricks, any job is composed of typical tasks and activities here. So these are not random graffiti. I will get back to them later. Okay. Some of you have multiple jobs. Say you work as a project manager in the office during the day, but also do some freelancing on the side as a web designer or a babysitter. This means you serve two lighthouses, like this. But even if you have got only one job, it still often means you have multiple job roles. For 9 years, for almost 10 years, I was the CEO of my own company, All Correct Group, that I founded with my friend. It does translation services, and I found that actually CEO box contained a lot of roles. Let's take a look what's inside. That's the CEO box. We've got first operations management here. That is the daily management of the company. Then we've got strategy management and volunteer work as well. That is organizing events for translators, developing best practices, and stuff like that. So, when I tried to serve all these lighthouses, I had to switch between them all the time to make sure they work properly. And this means that some lights somewhere sometimes fail because you're not there, obviously. Once, when I was busy serving this voluntary tower here, organizing a major training event for translators in my home city, we had a blackout in operations when we were late in delivering 1 million words for a huge game publisher and nearly went bankrupt. So we crashed the client ship here. Then later, when I was busy attending to the operations lighthouse here, making sure that the previous situation doesn't repeat, we had a blackout in the volunteer tower over there when 200 people queued for registration at a major translation conference that we hosted, and they couldn't register because I just failed to plan everything properly and they couldn't get the tickets. Oh my God. So we crashed the community ship here. Now, when again, I was busy, a few years ago, I was busy developing a translation standard in the international ISO group for translation services. I was busy attending to this tower. We had a blackout in strategy when I wasn't closing down the completely unprofitable branch of business for a year, and we lost a lot of money. So we crashed the shareholdership here. Even more, if you have multiple lighthouses to look after, you either work at any of those or spend your time switching between them, which means you don't have a lot of time for family, sex, sleep, hobbies, and physical activity, and you burn out, like this guy here, poor guy, and lie in bed for 3 weeks or something, and all of the lighthouses stay dark, as you see, and ships crash, so it's bad for stakeholders and for you. So the first big question you can ask yourself is, am I committing my full time to one very narrow, very specific job role? Not even a job, but a job role, or am I spreading myself too thin? Just think about it. Okay, so it's easy to say, oh, go and pick the better lighthouse, but how do you actually do it when all of them look so attractive and everybody's pulling you in different directions? Your parents say, go for the legal career, and your friends say, oh, you would be a great DJ, go for the DJ's career. And even if you have only one very specific job role at the moment, it doesn't mean you don't have choice. Because if you ask yourself, am I happy in my job now? Am I doing what I should be doing in life? The answer is most often, no, I'm not, or at least I don't know. So there is always choice. And here's how I choose the better lighthouse. This is the trick. At least once a year, I do a thorough inspection of my lighthouses. This is it. I take a look at all the activities that comprise each of my job roles here. This is what I did a couple of years ago. First of all, that is, I take a day off, shut off my email, Skype, and phone, and sit and concentrate. So first of all, any lighthouse should be very bright, very visible to ships in the sea. So the more red bricks it has, the better, even so that it's visible even in broad daylight and in the foggy weather. So let's say the bright red cubes are the happy cubes, are the things that you're passionate about, the things that you love. And the gray cubes are unhappy cubes, are the things that, well, you don't love so much, and they don't give you energy, you don't achieve so much during the workday, and you can't motivate people efficiently, of course. So let's take a look at operations. Well, first, planning. I don't love planning. Creation, right? Yeah, I love creativity. Things like gathering new teams, hiring people, drafting business processes, writing guidelines, stuff like that. I don't like checking on other people's progress, like this. It's boring. And I love motivating other people. That's it. Now as for strategy. The same planning thing that I don't love, a lot of creation, that's nice. Motivation, I love motivation, so it gets more bright cubes, and it also has a different component here, analysis, because you have to look at market trends, you have to analyze risks, see opportunities, and finally, the volunteer tower here. It has a lot of analysis as well, a lot of creating things. It also has a lot of motivation for other people, and then it has a slightly different component here, which I don't like so much, diplomacy. Because if you do some volunteer work, you have to be very careful not to hurt other people's feelings, because it's always about cooperation, and people have different backgrounds, they often come from different countries, and diplomacy is always about lying. I don't love lying to people, so I don't love that aspect. So you see that this tower here is less visible than the others because it has more gray blocks. So let's imagine it's a really, really foggy day, and this ship here doesn't sail through and crashes. All right, these ones scrape through, let's say. Okay, another thing is a lighthouse should be very sturdy, very solid, so that it stands against the waves and the wind. So the more solid blocks it has, the better. So a solid block like this one or like this one are the things, the activities that you excel at, that you can do really, really well, achieve great results in. All right, and then there could be some weaknesses in your job role. But the thing is, the trick is that this guy here, this is me, has been working at this lighthouse for 9 years, and he's so used to it, he loves it so much, that he doesn't notice which bricks are faulty bricks, which bricks have cracks or holes and can endanger the whole structure so that it topples down. So, what to do when I'm the inspector? The only way to understand your weaknesses is get external perspective. Get a friend's advice or a psychologist's advice or a career consultant's advice, and take some tests as well. So please, can you please be my external inspector here? I really need to know what are my faulty bricks in the lighthouses. Thank you, Olga. Cheers to Olga. Okay, yeah, let's take a look. Let's start here. Can you come over? Okay, can you feel it? Nice? Is it fine? Good, okay. How about this one? Can you, feel it about? What's wrong with it? Oh, you see. Not good. How about this one? All right. So this is checking on other people's progress. It's bad, not reliable. This is motivating people. Even though I love the thing, I can't do it really well. So if we put two good blocks, on the bad blocks, we see that the effective height of the lighthouse is only 2 blocks, and it doesn't shine so far. Not bad, not good. Okay, let's go to the other ones. Okay, how about this one? Nice. Okay, good. Good. Good as well. Oh, so many things I can do well. How about this one? Okay, shaky. All right. So, but if we put these ones here on this foundation, you see, the effective height is 3 blocks, which is better, but not ideal, of course. Okay, and this is strategy. And finally, the volunteer, can you come over here? So, let's take a look. This one is fine. Okay. How about this one? All right. This one. Okay. Olga is a good inspector. How about this one? Is it good? No, I think it's solid. I'm good at diplomacy, am I? Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, Olga. Thank you for your help. Now I know I'm also bad. Cheers to Olga. I'm bad at diplomacy. I'm bad at motivating people. So the effective height of this tower is as well two blocks only. So it's not tall. So if you take a look, you will see that when I had to choose from all these 3, I clearly saw that okay, this one is taller, stronger, and brighter. So I obviously went for the strategy role and started to uncommit from all the other roles that very moment. So because here we have crashed ships, of course, because the light is not so visible as here. We have shipwrecks here as well. So that happened 2 years ago. But then I had another inspection of my lighthouses a year later, and I thought, well, take a look at this gray brick here. I'm doing some things which I don't love so much. Can I do better? Can I spend my time more efficiently? And yes, I came up with a different light hour, which is Game Producer. So what I did is I founded my own game development studio called Fun Bakers, and we're developing a cool video game with some amazing people I love so much. And take a look at this tower. It's brighter, taller, better in almost every way. It still has, and look how it shines. You know, isn't it cool? Okay. The only thing about the tower, well, yeah, it has this fun break here, because designing your own games means also playing a lot of games. You either play your own games or other people's games, and I love playing games, and I'm good at that. So it's a much better role, you know. So I decided to shift to this one. And you can notice it still has the shaky component here, which is motivating other people. As you know, as I told you, I tend to hurt other people's feelings. So really, there could be a lighthouse that could be more suitable for me, even like in the future. So what I would probably do is choose another role, maybe as a full-time game designer or a narrative writer, where I don't work with other people so much, and it will be all bright and solid and, you know, great. So the second big question you can ask yourself is your current job role comprised of the solid bright red bricks, you know, the things that you both love doing and excel at doing? And finally, there is a big question: what do you do with the towers you abandon, you uncommit from? Because there are 4 towers here. I'm working here, well, almost full time now. 80% of my time I spend developing cool video games. Well, what do you do with the others? And it's even more important since All Correct Group is providing me my income, right? So the answer is very simple. There are always people who are willing to work at every lighthouse, but if you try to occupy all of them, you keep them out. They cannot apply for the position. So it's a lose-lose for everyone, for the ships, for you, for the people, because they are unhappy. Everyone is unhappy. So the only thing is the only solution is to delegate. So it's not easy, and it's not fast. So I coached my colleague Xenia for over a year. Here's Xenia, thank you Xenia, to be the CEO of Ultrade Group. Now she's CEO of Ultrade Group. And now, even though I'm not there, you know, looking after operations, she's there, lighting up the tower, great. Then strategy. I asked my partners Yuri and Dennis to help me with strategy so that I'm not alone there. And yes, they agreed. They're great guys. Thank you, Yuri. Yuri's helping me with strategy now, so even when I'm not there, he's there to make sure the light is on. And then the volunteer work I just, you know, abandoned. But other people came in from other translation companies and took over the role, you know. So they're doing a great job. So also I'm not doing the work either, but they're doing the work. So here are my colleagues. Thank you, Sergey. You're awesome. Which means I'm here developing the video games. I light up this tower. All the others are lit up as well. Everything's fine. Look at the ships. They're safe. No shipwrecks. All the stakeholders are happy. I'm happy. It's cool, isn't it? So the third big question to ask yourself is, are you delegating enough? I wish you all to be good keepers of your lighthouses. Choose the one that stands taller, shines brighter, stands more solid, shines farther than the others. Uncommit from everything else. Do an inspection of your lighthouse at least once a year. Get external feedback, and if you find that even some of the bricks are not right, be brave to go and search for a new lighthouse and shine for people. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Demid. It was very interesting.